Hi and welcome again to Tuesday Weekly Live. And today we are going to discuss playing in tune. And especially for beginners, this is quite a challenge, isn't it? All right. If you're with me, give me a sign if you have any questions about it. I'm going to make short workshops now, mini workshops. So maybe about 5 minutes. That's going to be the new concept. And that's going to give me the challenge to explain to you in just 5 minutes what this is all about. So let's get started right away. And if you have any comments or questions, you can post them and I can see them coming in. So first of all, we're gonna talk about getting a good intonation, playing in tune. How we're gonna do that? Well, we need references for that. It's all about, the violin playing is all about hearing and feeling. That's it. Hearing and feeling. That's what you need to play violin. So we don't need the eyes or anything. It can be useful tools and everything, but hearing and feeling, that's the combination we need to play violin. Let me explain that. If, well, hearing is obviously because you can hear if you're playing out of tune or not. You can hear that, but you can also feel it. So I can play A, B, sorry, without looking, without anything, but what I need a reference for that. And I'm going to use the nut as reference. I'm going to place my left hand like that. I feel the nut. And I'm going to place the finger, and I'm always at the right place. And for instance, in the third position, I'm going to use the body of the violin. Always on the same place. So if I wouldn't have the body and I would just place my finger somewhere, I don't have any reference, and then a violin doesn't have any frets, we can't count frets or anything, then we don't know where we are, right? So we need a reference. So the body in the third position and the nut in the first position. And you have to feel it and you have to remember the feel. And maybe the term muscle memory rings a bell. This is all about that. So let me show you what this is about. You can see in the picture the nut of the violin. This is where the strings cross to the fingerboard, the nut. You can feel a little, yeah, you can feel the edge of the nut there. Can you feel it? Are you with me? So look at the red arrow. You can see where I'm going to place the index finger against the nut. Let me show you that. Now, I have the index finger and the thumb, and here you can see the nut. You can see it, and this is what I feel. I can feel it when I go back and forth like that. I can feel the nut, and if you feel the nut and it's going to be behind your finger like that, and you place your finger on the string, then you're going to get a note. And if that's a correct note, keep that feeling. If it's the wrong note, you have to adjust. All right, so my feel is when the point of the nut is in my index finger like that. And now the only thing you have to do is drop the first finger around like that. Look. And it's on the correct spot. See? Now if I would place my hand a little bit higher, so got the feel of the nut behind my finger, it's too high. And if I place it too far back, it's not all right. So this is my reference point. So when I find the right pitch, and you can do that with a tuner, see where the right pitch is. If you drop the finger, the index finger, round on the string, just drop it. The violin is designed for the left hand. So I feel the nut here. This is my place. When I drop my first finger, it's always going to be on the same spot. Ta-da! That's it. Now, the nut is going to be the first reference, right? You cannot go wrong. So I can feel it, place my left hand against the nut and just drop it. That's it, okay? Easy, right? You can do that on all strings, and you have to remember how it feels. That's it. So every time you place your hand, your left hand on the violin here, against the nut in the first position, against the nut, that way you drop your finger, then you're gonna know you're on the right spot. How about that? So, now that we set the first finger, now the first finger is gonna be the reference point for the second finger. Now I need to know what is the distance of the second finger. Check it on a tuner. If you get that right on the tuner, remember how that distance feels. That's the second reference point. Got it? Easy, right? Well, if you're using the first grip, then the third finger will be against the second finger. So the second finger, if you place that right and you place the third finger against it, it's correct again. And then your third finger is a reference for the fourth. You have to know what it feels like. And if you want to double check that, the fourth finger is the same as the E string. Then you did it right. Okay, now this is a little bit searching, but if you do this, if you really do this right and you remember the distances, the muscle memory, the finger memory, if you remember that, you cannot go wrong. So first finger, the nut, ta-da, ta-da. The second finger, what's the distance? Actually, the violin is designed correctly. If you have the right size of the violin, just drop the second finger, kabam, like that, like that. Drop it. Of course, third finger, no problem. And the fourth finger, just drop it. But maybe in the beginning you feel that you have to stretch it a little bit. That's it. References, you need references. Here, you're gonna listen to the pitch if it's right, but you're also gonna feel it. And that's what today is all about. Reference points. So, you've got them. And if you have, well, the picture came from my book. Let me just see where, here it is already. Can you see that? It's all about the reference points here. And if we talk about the book, it's all explained there. And if we talk about the book, do you want to follow a complete violin method course with online videos? Just buy this book. On the website, you can look in the description of the video. You can find a link to that. Just for $27.95, that's the only investment you have to make. That's it, $27.95, how about that? Then you've got the book in download. You can choose the PDF download, or you can have the printed version, which I showed you just now, and that will be sent to you to your house address. $27.95, €27.95. I mean, that's about $27, $28, right? It's about the same. That's it. That's the only investment you need to make. And then you have the book, you have the complete method, you have the videos online, you have backing tracks with that all included. And if you don't have it, if you have a teacher, fantastic, study along with the video. And if you don't have a teacher, you can, all the descriptions, all the explanations are online in video in detail. So you can use it as self-study as well for $27.97. For the time being. So don't hesitate to do that, because that price is not going to stay forever, obviously. This is my pre-sale action, right? So grab it while you can. The link is below, and we'll see you online in the Facebook group, maybe. See you not next week. Next week I'm not going to be there, but in 2 weeks I'll be back, right? Just little holidays. I need that. You too? Okay, take it. See you next time. Bye-bye. You want to learn to play the violin. and of course with the best violin method, right? Would you like to learn other styles of music on the violin in addition to classical, such as jazz, country, gypsy music, Irish? And maybe you even want to learn to improvise on the violin. Well, you can, from the very first lesson. Do you play? I am Xander Nichting, author of the new violin method, Creative Violin, from which thousands of students are already studying. So what makes this violin method so new? The build-up of the technical skills is the same as the old methods. They are fine and do not need to be reinvented. The new thing is in the music itself. Besides classical, there are many musical styles, as mentioned, jazz, country, gypsy music, Irish, and even improvisation exercises from lesson 1. But what makes this method completely unique is that videos of all the lessons and exercises in the book are also included. You can see very clearly what the intention is and how to do it. I see it in my own students. They progress much faster, but also much better. And in addition, I hardly notice any motivation problems. Of course, the accompaniments of all pieces and exercises are included. You can use them to give beautiful house concerts, or of course use them for recitals in the violin class. And best of all perhaps is the price of it all. €27.97. €27.97. You can buy the book for just €27.97. It is available as ebook, which you can download and get started right away, or you can purchase the printed version, which will be sent to your address. Everything is included, the videos, which are on our YouTube channel, and the accompaniments. Even if you don't have a violin teacher, you can get started with this. All the explanations that a teacher would give you are also explained in detail in the videos. If you want, you can share your progress in the Creative Violin Facebook group that has been set up just for this purpose. Here you will always get positive and professional feedback on your progress, so you can be sure you're doing it right. And this is also completely free. And there are currently more than 6,000 people active in this group. So for less than €28 you have a complete violin method with video instructions that will take you from a beginner to intermediate level. Book 1 closes with Pachelbel's Canon. And you could be playing this in under a year. Click on the link and we will immediately start your violin career together.